Someone loves you completely, and the moment they get too close, some part of you wants to run. You start a small argument over nothing. You cancel plans for no real reason. You go quiet, right when things were finally going well. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why you do this, and it has nothing to do with how much you actually care about them. Most people believe pushing someone away means you do not want them, but often it means the opposite. You want them so much, it terrifies you. So what is actually happening in your mind? This is not weakness, and it is not an accident. Psychologists call it a protective pattern built long before you ever met this person. Every relationship in your life left a blueprint in your brain, starting in early childhood. If love, growing up, ever felt unpredictable, if closeness was sometimes followed by disappointment, your brain quietly learned a lesson. Closeness is not safe. That lesson does not disappear just because you grew up. It waits quietly until someone gets close enough to trigger it again. Here is the first pattern, and it is the most common one. Testing behavior. You pick a fight over something small, almost on purpose. Not because the issue actually matters, but because some part of you needs proof that they will stay, even when things get difficult. If they leave after the test, it confirms an old fear. If they stay, the relief lasts only until the next test arrives. Here is the second pattern, quieter than the first. Emotional shutdown, right when things are going well. A relationship reaches a genuinely good moment, and instead of enjoying it, you feel a strange tension underneath. Some part of you is waiting for the moment it falls apart. So you pull back first, just enough to protect yourself from a collapse that has not actually happened yet. You are not avoiding heartbreak. You are rehearsing for it before it was ever real. Here is the third pattern, and it is the hardest one to see in yourself. Choosing people who were never fully available in the first place. Someone emotionally distant, someone who keeps you slightly uncertain, someone who never asks too much of you emotionally. It feels like bad luck over and over again. It is not luck. Distant people are safer because they never ask you to be fully seen. Being fully seen is exactly what feels the most dangerous. From the outside, this looks like consistently bad luck in love. You keep meeting people who cannot fully commit over and over in different forms. But your nervous system is not choosing them by accident. It is choosing them because they never ask for the one thing that actually feels unbearable: complete vulnerability. An unavailable person will never truly get close enough to hurt you. That safety comes at a quiet cost, a real connection you never quite let yourself have. There is a deeper reason all of this works the way it does. If you leave first or push someone away first, the pain feels controlled. It was your decision, not something that happened to you. Abandonment you cause yourself hurts less than abandonment you cannot predict. Your mind is not trying to sabotage your happiness. It is trying to protect you from a pain it remembers, using the only tool it has: distance. The tragedy is, the protection and the sabotage are the exact same behavior. Researchers who study attachment describe two very different responses to this same fear. Some people become anxious, chasing reassurance, needing constant proof that they will not be left. Others become avoidant, creating distance before anyone else has the chance to. Both responses come from the exact same root fear. Closeness once meant risk, so the nervous system built a strategy to manage that risk. Neither pattern is a character flaw. They are two different survival strategies, built by two different childhoods, aimed at the same target: protecting you from being hurt by someone you let in. Understanding which pattern you lean toward is not about blaming yourself. It is about finally seeing the machinery clearly enough to change how it runs. Consider someone in a relationship that was, by every visible measure, going well. Kind partner, consistent effort, no real conflict. And yet, every time it felt secure, they picked a fight about something meaningless or grew distant for days without explanation. Their partner kept asking what was wrong. The honest answer would have been, nothing is wrong, and that is exactly the problem. Comfort itself was the trigger. So how do you actually change a pattern this deep, without simply forcing yourself to stop feeling afraid? The first shift is naming the pattern the moment it happens. Not analyzing it for hours, just noticing it in real time. I am starting a conflict right now, and I do not think it is really about this. Naming a pattern out loud, even quietly to yourself, weakens its automatic grip. The second shift is learning to sit inside discomfort instead of fleeing from it. The urge to create distance will still show up. The goal is not to eliminate the urge. The goal is to notice it and stay anyway, just for a few more minutes than you normally would. The third shift is saying the fear instead of acting on it. Instead of picking a fight, saying the much harder sentence, "I feel close to you right now, and it is honestly making me anxious." That single sentence does more for a relationship than 100 silent tests ever could. The fourth shift is choosing people who can hold this pattern with patience without taking it personally. Someone who understands that your distance is fear, not rejection, changes how safe closeness eventually feels. There is a fifth shift, smaller than the others, but it matters just as much. Self-compassion for the version of you that built this pattern in the first place. That version of you is not broken. They were a child or a much younger person, doing the only thing available to protect a heart that had already been hurt once before. Forgiving that part of yourself is not the same as excusing the behavior today. It simply removes the shame that keeps the pattern hidden, and shame is the exact thing that keeps a pattern running in the dark. Now picture the same person a year into learning this about themselves. They still feel the old urge sometimes, the same tightening when things feel too good. But now they recognize it within seconds instead of days later. They tell their partner directly, instead of manufacturing a reason to fight. Their partner does not flinch because they finally understand what is actually happening underneath the distance. The relationship survives the pattern, not because the fear disappeared, but because it finally has a name. You were never incapable of love. You were simply protecting yourself, using a method that was built before you had any say in the matter. The people who deserve to stay are not the ones who never trigger this fear. They are the ones who stay close enough to help you unlearn it. The next time you feel the urge to create distance from someone who loves you, pause for one single moment before you act on it. That pause is where everything finally starts to change.